Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Two Friends. Today we are here with another video, the most underrated games in Dreams. All these games have less than 1000 likes and are not picks or nominated for anything. Let's start with the first game, Project Anthem, with around 500 likes!
Now everyone got a heart attack.
Yeah, and that's correct because this is a horror game with survival aspects.
Yeah.
You start in a forest, you explore the area, you have to find items. It's already got a kind of a creepy atmosphere and story, and then you traverse into a very deep and dark cave with nothing but a torch and a pickaxe, and you have to explore the cave, figure out what's going on. The story gets pretty interesting, and yeah.
Next up is Medieval City Building Sim with only 365 likes, and you have to build a city like back in the days, old school. You have to gather wood, you have to gather stones, you have to prepare food or cook food. I don't really know. Provide food, exactly. You have to build all the different houses and things, fields and stuff, Firewatch, as you can see right there, blacksmith, and it's like a never-ending game, right?
Well, it ends when you press the end button, but sure.
Yeah, but it doesn't end if you don't press.
Yeah,
it doesn't end automatically.
Right.
So go check it out, give it some likes.
Next up is Rats Out of This World Adventure with 150 likes. Short platformer, you can spend maybe 20 minutes on this. It's pretty difficult in some parts, but yeah, it's mostly just a platformer. Kind of in a Nintendo style, even though I've never played anything on Nintendo. It reminds me of Nintendo.
Yeah, it's a nice
Don't
character.
Copyright strike it though, because it doesn't use any assets, except for the Stardew Valley music. But yeah, still
I turned off the music.
I mean, that's all it really is. It's just a nice little platform. It looks very nice, colorful, and
I love the character.
Cute. Yeah,
he looks familiar.
Some kind of wolf, dog, bear thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go check it out. Next up is Jungle Bill with 350 likes. This is an open world game in the style of Uncharted, Tomb Raider. You have to explore, you have to collect things. It's pretty massive. It looks absolutely astonishing, and
the level design gets extremely intricate with all the paths that you can take. They cross and intertwine everywhere, and it gets so complicated. It took me like an hour to really kind of figure out the map and where I am, and you can play for a long time to find everything, find all the collectibles.
Yeah, and it has some nice secrets and some nice areas to explore.
Yeah, a lot of action sequences as well. Next up is Wilderness number 1. I haven't seen a number 2 or 3 yet. This one has 560 likes, and it's just one of the most uniquely looking and beautiful games I've seen in Dreams. It's got such a unique art style. It's really, really stunning and colorful and beautiful. The gameplay is just a platformer. You jump around. You're a really cute marshmallow. And you jump around the forest, I guess, with weird flying... what are these called?
Yeah.
Yeah,
these things that
the animals that sting you. Yeah, exactly. And you collect these crystals. Yeah, I mean, that's basically all you do. It's fun, but mostly it's just extremely beautiful. If you enjoyed this video, by the way, make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel with notifications, check out our social media links, Twitter, Twitch in the description.
Next up is Candyland board game, has around 800 likes. It's based on a real board game that we didn't know, so we had to look up the rules. It's pretty simple. You pick a card, you go to the color that the card shows, and first player reaching the end wins, as normal. There are some shortcuts, there are some cards with pictures on it, and then you have to go to the picture that you...
Yeah, maybe you have to go from the second to last field to the very beginning of the game again.
Yeah, happens sometimes. Yeah, it's just about like you're done in 15 minutes, so it's a short game. You don't need an hour or even more. You can play it with 2 to 4 players, and it's a lot of fun.
Yeah. Next up is Walk the Plank with around 500 likes. It's basically a pirate version of
Yeah.
of what's it called? Super Smash Bros. That means it's a brawler, it's an arena. You can play it with 2 to 4 players as well.
Yeah, and it's so much fun.
Yeah, it's
hilarious.
There are multiple game modes, but basically it's a one-hit death, so you only hit each other once and you're dead. And the movement is really fast and erratic, so it just results in really fun combat. Especially, we only played it with 2 players.
Yeah,
but if
unfortunately,
4 players,
when you play it with 4, this is gonna be crazy.
Yeah, it must be really chaotic and fun because again, you only need one hit to kill someone. Yeah, it's just a very fun brawler. Next up is the Trials of Borwin with around 250 likes. This is a linear adventure game, kind of like Uncharted or Tomb Raider. It's linear, you have levels, you progress through them by solving puzzles, by platforming and progressing through the stage. It's not very difficult, there aren't any places you will get stuck, except for the puzzle parts. Actually, I did get stuck on one of the puzzles in the beginning, so some of those might be a little difficult. And the story kind of develops. It's not a very deep story, but something kind of develops. It gets pretty creepy at some point. I'm not going to spoil anything. It takes around an hour, I think, to play through, maybe less, depending on how fast you are. But it's a nice world, nice sort of ruin, ancient stuff to explore and fun to experience.
Next up is Bugs Bunny Game, no, Bugs Puzzle Game of course, with 290 likes.
Deserves way more.
Yeah, we already have that in our top 5 puzzle games. Guys, go check it out. It's really beautiful. It has such a nice world and art design, and some of the puzzles are quite difficult.
Yeah, it's very tricky.
Yeah, it gets very tricky. You have to think.
No,
because
really? You have to think?
Yeah, you have to think sometimes. Yeah, there are some kind of rules like you can go down but you can't go up anymore with your box, so that makes it complicated sometimes. So go check it out and give it some likes. It's really cool.
And the next game is Broken Kindling with 674 likes. That's also not enough. That's why it's on this list. I don't know why I'm mentioning that. It's a Metroidvania style game, meaning you progress somewhere, then there's a locked door, then you go somewhere else, you get the key, you come back, now you can suddenly open that door. So there is backtracking and stuff like that. But it's just a really beautiful world that you explore. There's platforming, there's combat. It's not very deep combat, but it's fun.
You can only go from left to right? So it's kind of do T. What is it called?
T-do? 2D?
2D, yeah, exactly that one.
I guess. It reminds me of Hollow Knight, even though I've never played Hollow Knight. But I think it looks very similar. It plays very similar. There is a boss fight in the end. So yeah, it's very fun, very beautiful.
And last but not least is Tales of the Sky with around 470 likes. We have a separate video on that. It just released like 8 days ago. But this is just massive. This is a absolutely astonishing, beautiful open world that you can explore. You can even... You have to collect things. You have to make money to buy things.
Yeah, you have to do quests and
progress. And you can even farm stuff and grow
stuff that you can farm.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I wanted to say.
Right, yeah.
It needs more support. It needs more likes because this is a massive project. So go check it out, please. Make sure to drop a like, maybe drop a comment, give some feedback.
And do the same for our video.
Make sure to subscribe, leave a like, drop a comment, and goodbye. See you next time.